Hello, Nari McDiarmid for miningnews.net, and it's a case of perfect timing to be speaking with Managing Director Matthew Boyes from Pacgold, as you've just announced the maiden resource for your flagship gold project, Alice River. Matthew, do you want to take us through the highlights?
Yeah, well, thanks. No, thanks for having us on again. It's always a pleasure. Um, Listen, it's a very material week for Pac Gold. It's pretty much like drawing a line in the sand. It gives us a point of, I guess, a point from which we can now really grow the company. We've put out a maiden resource estimate this week. We've got almost 500,000 ounces in a constrained pit at surface at 1.2 grams a ton, which is excellent. It's a culmination of 4 years' work, and that 500,000 ounces is contained within a much larger 850,000 ounce global resource. So, based on the back of those results, and based on the back of what we're seeing at Alice River, we now really have confidence that we've got a system that's probably in the order of 2 to 5 million ounces, and over the next 12 months, and especially in this first half of the year, we're going to be putting a lot of drilling into the existing targets and targets that we generated last year, and with the objective of demonstrating that upside potential.
Well, going into Mining News Select Australia, which is coming up in July, what's the key message you'd like investors to understand about Pat Gold?
Look, the key message is scale. It's the potential, and it's the growth. It's a story of an asset that is located along. It's an intrusive related gold system, so these tend to be very large. This asset is located on a 30-kilometer strike fault zone, and this fault zone, all the way along that fault zone, we're getting areas of deposition of large quantities of gold. And really, for PAC, all it is now is for us to, as we've got a proven model, which we now understand in conjunction with geophysics, in conjunction with geochemistry and mapping, really helps target the zones that we think have got the greatest potential. All that's left for PAC this year, basically, is to demonstrate that potential by drilling these and updating the market continuously with drilling results as we go through, and then it'll become fairly clear and evident as to what we have and the potential of the system that we're sitting on.
Well, I was going to ask actually, Matthew, what sort of news flow can investors expect? And clearly it's going to be those drilling results and really painting a picture of the potential there.
Yeah, really, the strategy is pretty key. It's one of growth. We have drill rig on the ground now. We've got 2,500 meters already completed of RC drilling this year. We want to drill at least 10,000 in the next 2 months as our first pass. That will then basically step into the second program, which will come on once we've received the results of that first program in the second half of the year. We want to be drilling for the first time in many years at the Alice River project. We want to be drilling the whole year. So I want to start now in April, and I want to finish in December when the wet season kicks in. So that will give us really the potential to put in, an extensive drill program in both RC, diamond, and air core. We're also exploring with geophysics. We're extending the geophysics program that's already been completed at Alice River, which is already 12 kilometers long. We're going to add another, I think it's about another 14 kilometers to the south of that. And then we've got also compelling targets and potential upside, like the recently released White Lion magnetic anomaly that we have in the southeast of the project, or the tenement package. And I look forward to really having an exciting year with PAC. It's the first time we're going to get such a substantial program and so many meters in the ground, and I feel that they're going to bear some fruit this year.
Exciting time to be in gold as well, Matthew. Bigger picture, what do you see success looking like for PAC?
Oh, I mean, success for us is to demonstrate the potential to build a mine. I think that's success. This is a project which there isn't a lot of other projects around Pac Gold, so we don't have the wheel and hub sort of, hub and spoke, whatever they call it, sort of potential there, where you can tram your dirt into another existing processing facility. We're going to have to build one. And to build one in northern Queensland, we're going to have to demonstrate that we've got 1.5 million plus ounces in the ground of good grade, highly probable, low cost gold. And that for me is success. If we can demonstrate that, then I think Pac Gold will be on the radar of many other companies, because it's an untouched gold province. It's a new gold province. There hasn't been any systematic exploration in the province for years, if ever. And it's the first time that a company has really put its foot on the asset and had a real good crack at demonstrating what potential it has.
Well, all the best with the exploration ahead, Matthew, and thanks for taking the time to speak today.
Always a pleasure, Nari, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.